So this is the Better Podcast Bureau. I need to report inebriated records for sexual harassment.
They fucking touched my butthole, dude.
They touch Matt's butthole. They always message me weird messages and photographs and stuff. And
it's not right, dude. We need better producers. We need professionals that
better
don't touch us
podcast
inappropriately.
producers. Well,
Oh shit, Hagen.
fucking podcast, yeah. Fucking listen to it. Fucking podcast, yeah. We're scared behind the scenes. Fucking podcast, yeah. Fucking listen to it. Fucking podcast, yeah. Please help me. All right.
Yeah, let's get this thing started.
Episode 4.
Yes, this is episode 4. Today's episode is brought to you by stimulus checks. It's a great cereal. All I can say is, it's the taste you can almost appreciate. So thank you to Stimulus Checks for everything they do for the podcast.
Yes.
And I'd like to thank Mike Baldwin. Let's bring Mike Baldwin on.
Is it time?
Mike Baldwin,
Hey,
yeah.
Mike Baldwin.
Fucking listen to him. Mike Baldwin, yeah. You fucking listen good. Mike Baldwin, yeah. Fucking listen to him. Mike Baldwin, yeah. His words aren't misunderstood.
Yeah.
I think that's the first intro song I've ever gotten. So way to go. You guys are breaking glass ceilings all over the place.
Oh, dude. Well, this is the epitome of your career right now.
I think it's going to be.
I don't think it gets any better than this.
It's going to be ironic how important this is to all of our careers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. So what's up? How's it going? Oh, can I just smoke? Can I smoke in here? Is that okay?
Yeah, just make sure you wear your mask while you're smoking for health purposes.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we do encourage smoking very much.
All right, good.
What we like to do is we like to bring our guests on. We like to ask them serious questions that usually pertain to the lives of almost everyone.
Okay.
So I would love to start out this first question.
Let's have it.
Mike Baldwin, have you ever had to hold in a fart during an intense blowjob? And if so, how close was you to letting it out?
No, I've never. My body, like, I'm going to compare it to comedy a little bit, where, like, when you're sick, like if you've got the flu or something and you feel like shit, and then once they say your name and you go on stage, then it all just goes away. And you're fine to like perform or whatever. And then the second you get off stage, then you're like, oh God, it's back.
You just let it all out. Okay.
You got that extra incentive to hold it in.
I got whatever gene that is that my body's like, all right, you're getting blown right now, dude. So we're gonna hold on to this. We're gonna pucker your butthole up extra tight, just so you don't even have to worry about it.
And scientists are going to be after you now. They're going to be wondering what's inside you to help you along the whole day.
I watched a butt fart one time, and that was an interesting experience.
Now that's out of hand.
That was out of hand.
We got a song for that.
That's like the old cartoon. Wah, wah, wah.
Okay.
We just metal-fied it.
And you can tell that everybody knows that that's what it is because you told me.
Yeah. That's how we know that you know now. First of all, dude, second of all, or third, whatever we're on now, whatever number we're on, digging the beard, man. It's glorious.
Thanks. Yeah, it started as laziness, and now I'm at the point where I'm scared to trim it or anything because I know once I trim it, I'm going to be like, all right, fuck it.
Take it
and
all
just
off.
shave it all off. So I just haven't touched it. Every time I pass a barber shop, I'm like, I should go in there. I should just have it cleaned up a little bit. But nope, it's going strong.
I can relate so much. My beard, the same damn thing, man.
Okay, check this out, dude. I've been growing mine for 2 years. He shaved 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks. It just grows back so damn fast.
It just grows so fast, dude.
It's a blessing.
I don't believe you. I feel like that's at least a year there.
Oh
No, not even close.
Just 3 weeks.
Realistically, yeah, 4 weeks max.
Shave it right now during the podcast, and then I'm going to start a timer, and I want to see when it gets back to this point.
By the time it's over, he'll be this long, I swear. I swear.
Oh gosh.
So what else?
Do you feel like you're like any closer to getting laid with this beard you got going on?
No, beards. The switch is turned off. Nobody wants this, and the ones that do, I don't want. So
that's always the problem. That's always the problem.
I think that's the problem with every relationship in life. It's like, how's your boss? He sucks. Your boss is like, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's such a hard worker, and you're like, I want to quit.
Your girlfriend's like, I love you so much, and you're like, I kind of want to break up. So it's weird.
Yeah. I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice for this.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I'm digging the gray too, man. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, I dyed it that right there. I just dyed this part gray.
I like that. It's like an Elvira for men kind of thing.
That's not the truth, by the way. This is
like a racing stripe.
It's all natural. Yeah, it just happens to grow.
Yeah, it's your racing stripe. So when when you're eating a chick out, you can go faster.
You must eat them out real fast.
I do. That's
like it's over before you know it.
Carpet matches the drapes.
Do you got a gray stripe on your balls? You gotta know.
Yeah, it's all bald above my dick, and then my balls are like pop.
Can you show the audience?
Nope.
All right,
fine.
Figured I'd put that out there.
That was Josh's question. That was
my dick is for touching only.
I hear that. I respect it now.
Yeah,
I don't have a show dick. I just have I have a work dick.
You need a shirt that says you can touch but you can't look.
No, I don't.
Speaking of dicks and boners, Mike, I've been wondering.
Go on.
What would you say is the most embarrassing thing to ever give you a boner?
Okay, he knows, but he's like, do I say it?
Don't be hesitant. Don't be hesitant.
Oh, I'm very hesitant because all of them are inappropriate.
Well, that's what this is about.
They're all like, I'll just say it turns out that our parents were actually just friends, so she wasn't actually my cousin. But I did think that she was for the first 15 years of my life.
And it didn't stop you.
Look, when you're white like we are, it just happens.
It happens, man. Yeah, I think it's a white people thing.
Man, I feel so much better now. Thank you, guys.
You should. You're among friends.
You can trust us.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
We won't. Don't worry. Nobody's going to see this.
Nobody's watching.
I believe you.
Oh, which brings me to my next question. What's the worst advice you could give to a aspiring comedian?
Stick with it, man.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping you'd say.
It's a great answer.
Keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Don't change nothing.
Yeah.
You're doing everything right. Just do it all slower.
Yeah.
That's right. Slower and more steadfast. Mike, there's something that's been bothering me.
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, don't listen to me. Fucking, do you have like a list of shit?
He can't be bothered with it. If you have something interesting to say, put it down.
Nothing that I have to say is.
He might after this. He might have something interesting to say after this. All right, Mike. What would you say is the worst part about women having a choice over what to do with their bodies?
The death of innocent babies.
That's
Yeah.
like bottom level on the list for me, dude. I like going out in public, like you know what I mean. Like, there's just so much.
Yeah, my thing is none of them will really bang me. And
Yeah.
Are you guys interested in moving to Afghanistan?
We thought about doing an Afghanistan tour, just to try to ease tensions, but
I feel like a lot of the women issues that you have would be immediately fixed if you lived there.
I think so. I think so.
You would look around and be like, now this is what I've had in mind all these years.
Yeah, this is the way misogyny really works. Yeah,
So-
it's a finely tuned machine over there.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
But you are saying that a comedy tour over there would be a smart thing to do.
I mean, if the military can be over there for 20 years and you know what I mean, I think we could do that, what they've done, in 5 days on a tour. I really think we could.
I will wait here. You guys keep me posted on every interaction that you have.
Yeah, we'll FaceTime you. We'll FaceTime you.
I don't think they'll let you.
And the women will hijab time you or whatever they do over there with their face coverings. They'll face cover time you.
Uh-huh.
Face cover time. That's a little out of hand.
Oh,
You got a song about that?
Hey, you know what's worse? I went to the store today. I walk up to the cash register and I just stared at the lady, right? And she's like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm here to get naked and bang." She didn't think it was funny.
I feel like she's probably heard that one before.
Probably. Well, it was from the last time I was in there.
Uh-huh.
You know, Mike, speaking of heard that one before, when's the last time you tasted a good ding dong?
You know, it's literally been less than 24 hours.
That's awesome.
My grandma has Twinkies and ho-hos and ding dongs and all sorts of shit.
Ding dongs and ho-hos go hand in hand, man. I'm telling you.
Yes, they do. Because
They sure do.
of the sex references.
Yeah, that's exactly why. That is exactly why.
You want to know what else goes hand in hand?
Jake's riffs.
That really intertwine perfectly with it. If you
Yeah,
don't
that was guitar sounds.
Yeah, those guitar sounds all the way. If you've
Okay.
ever heard them.
I feel like that was the
That's
longer
how I
pause than
communicate.
You communicate via guitar.
Sometimes I do.
He speaks through the guitar.
Am I lagging on you guys? Or are you just slow with it?
You lagged for about 3 or 4 seconds.
Oh God. Let's fucking cut. Let's do this again.
Yeah.
We gotta redo this and start
Have you guys
over.
did you watch the Val Kilmer thing on Amazon?
No. Was it
You know who-
amazing?
Yes. Do you know who Val Kilmer is?
Well, fuck yeah, dude.
All right, turns out he's had a video camera with him like all the time through all of like his Hollywood career and shit. And then he got throat cancer and lost the ability to speak, and then made a documentary. And of course, it's fucking beautifully brilliant.
Oh my god, dude. What did you say it was on?
Amazon.
Amazon Prime?
Uh-huh.
On whatever their movie.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you know what it's called? I'm gonna check it out.
It's called Val.
Sweet. That's original.
Uh-huh.
It's Val.
Yeah, it's good. How about I just got Amazon like a week ago, so I've been nerding out. I watched The Tomorrow War, who had the guy from Parks and Rec and Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever his name is. It was not great. There we go. Thank you, screen guy.
Yeah, they're smart screen guys, man. I'm telling you.
They're amazing.
And then I watched The Boys. Have you watched that?
Uh-uh.
Are you into superhero shit?
He is.
A little bit.
You
I
li-
mean, I've seen some Marvel movies. I love Iron Man and stuff. So.
Okay, yeah, it's like that. It's like superheroes, but it's good. You should watch it. That's all
Yeah.
I'll say. I don't want to ruin anything, but
You don't
it's
want to
about
get
superheroes.
I like fantasizing about like superheroes and villains that I've created in my mind, like a villain called Orifice, and he just like goes around the city farting, and there's like this green gas, and
Yeah.
Batman's like Orifice,
I know you've been here. That really has been a thing for
a long time.
years.
I'm just waiting on Netflix to pick it up, man.
I feel like you could write a whole 5-season series about Orifice and his antics.
For sure.
At least a 5-episode series.
Yeah, at least a 5-episode series.
Does he only fart or does he shit as well?
I mean, diarrhea, it's all gastrointestinal issues, and it's just, super intense,
So you could make like a corn machine gun?
Yes, exactly.
That's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's how he gets it.
Put the corn machine gun in there, and I get 1% of all merchandising.
Yeah, get some royalties. Speaking of Netflix, man, I'm honestly, dude, like, not to get like sentimental here, but I've been a fan of yours since I was like 15. You just happened to be driving through my little shithole town, Nevada, and did a little comedy show. My mom was running this really shitty motel. I'm surprised you didn't have more respect for yourself than to not stay there. But that's how I first met.
I have less respect than you even think.
So, yeah, anyway, so that's where I first seen you. And then my mom went and watched your show at the little gay bar or whatever it was. And I'm not saying that you played
Nevada.
Yeah. Well, back then it was Roadhouse. Now we just call it the gay bar. But anyway, that's not important. What's important is she bought your little comedy album, and me and my brother listened to that thing probably 100 times. Like, I'm not even shitting you. Like, we listened to it more than teenagers should have listened to it. And yeah, so that was kind of like I don't want to say you inspired me to do comedy, but you were definitely like the first real comedian that I ever listened to, and I thought, wow, this guy's really good, And it just blows my mind that all these years later, like, I haven't seen you. We're not live at the gay bar this weekend.
We're not
doing that,
dude. He's in the middle of a compliment. Come on,
yeah.
screen
Mike's
guy.
like, oh, come on, dude. I'm almost done. Anyway,
thank you, man. That's
yeah,
awesome.
no,
I'm
it
glad.
is awesome.
I'm glad that I've affected somebody. That's
Yeah,
all I wanted.
Yeah, that's all you wanted to hear, right? No, dude. It's like for me, like we're doing this comedy thing. We're in like year 2 of trying to be comedians, and we've done some shows. We've got a lot of good positive feedback. But I will say one of my favorite things was getting to come see you open up for Kevin Farley not all that long ago. That was pretty badass.
That was actually pretty badass.
Yeah.
I've worked with him before, so it was cool meeting. It was kind of I don't know. Chris Farley was who I was a fan of,
Right.
So it was like one of those. It's like my girlfriend left me, but now I'm dating a girl that looks just like her.
Yeah,
so
right.
People are like, was it the exact same as her? And I'm like, no, like a lot of similarities, but
yeah, it's kind of weird sitting there looking at a guy that has that much, like, the facial expressions and stuff, like,
right.
It's really interesting. But I mean, it's no substitute for the real thing. I'll say that.
But it makes me feel bad because Kevin Farley has done nothing wrong whatsoever.
No. He's just
a genuinely fucking cool guy, and like every person that meets him is like, "Hey, I love your brother," and he's like, "All right."
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's what I was like in my head. I'm thinking, if I talk to him, I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, man, Chris was awesome," but I'm like, he's probably heard that literally a million times. You know what I mean? Like, that's all
like
he hears.
People are coming up to him to sign stuff, and they're like, "Hey, will you sign my Coneheads DVD?" Or like, "Great job in Black Sheep," and like that kind of stuff. And But really, they're like, man, I love Chris Farley and Black Sheep. Anyway, well, I don't know why I'm shitting on the guy. He's a nice guy.
No, he's a great guy. But to be 100% honest, dude, I feel like you definitely, if Chris Farley was your brother, you'd be doing bigger and better things. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that I would. I feel like I've got plenty of my own, what is it, lack of industriousness without brothers or sisters. And I have sisters. What?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I was telling my buddy at work today, because I'm super stoked about this episode. And I was telling my buddy at work, like, I guarantee you if Mike Baldwin had a Netflix special, I would sit all the way through it. There's been so many times where I'm like looking for a new comedian to watch on Netflix or something, and I get like 10 minutes in, I'm like, dude, this guy fucking sucks. Like,
yeah, and then Netflix has to hold it over your head for the rest of eternity, because it's like, hey, you're gonna finish watching that? And you're like, I don't want to finish watching it. I just want it to be gone. Like, all right, I'll push play before I go take a shower, so then I can at least get it off my continue watching screen. But yeah, thanks. I feel the same way. I feel like if I had a Netflix special, that I'd probably sit through it also.
Yeah, I feel like you would.
It sucks though that it's always people who have no control over Netflix who tell me that I should be on Netflix.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, man. I'm gonna try to fix that. I'm gonna try to fix that. I'm gonna write him a letter and tell him that I need more push,
Like a physical letter with a stamp and shit.
Yeah, for real. I'm sure they take a lot of those.
But then put links to all my shit in the letter, like write it all out. So they have no choice but to type it all out individually.
I'll put it in blue pen too, so they know for sure that it's a link.
All right, on a piece of paper.
Well, yeah. Actually, if you have something written down with iOS 15, you can just take a picture of it and then tap on the picture, and that's equally convenient and super fucking creepy.
Man,
yeah,
it's like technology that was invented to read memes, because a lot of the super internet people were like, they would type shit out on Facebook and Twitter and whatnot, and people would just ignore it. Or I'm sorry, like the Facebook would just take it down, because they have algorithms that read that shit. So people were like, if we just put the text in a picture, Facebook can't read pictures. But now they can. So what will they think of next?
What's next, dude? Like chicks getting their fans only links tattooed, so when they're in public, they just have people take a picture. I mean,
or get like
Oh, you're cutting out. That's the downside of
Sure.
Oh man. Going live.
I feel like it looks fine to me.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pretend I heard everything you said for the last 45 seconds.
Can you still see me? It seems.
Yeah,
you just cut out. Sometimes when we're doing this live stuff, there's a little bit of feedback issues.
So it went off, but now it's back?
Yeah, it's back now.
What was the last thing we were talking about?
Getting the last thing I remember was whenever somebody liked the idea of it, getting their fans only being tattooed.
Yeah, QR code. Get a QR code tattoo.
And then people can just take pictures of it when you're in public and then look at you naked in 5 minutes.
They don't have to even take pictures of it. They just scan that shit with their phone and it pops it up. Hey, look, there's comments and shit. Wow, this is neat. I've never been on this whatever thing before. StreamYard.
It's a whatever thing for sure.
Do you think? Do you know how girls like say they get credit carded? You know what I mean? Like you take the credit card and you swipe it through their ass crack.
I've heard of such a thing. Yes,
it's like a fun thing, but it don't actually work. Could that actually be something in the future? Like Like, could they make it to where you can actually swipe the credit card through a woman's ass crack and it actually make some kind of transaction?
Oh shit!
I
That's
think I mean, yeah, just a little bit of surgery and you're right there.
Holy
That's the
shit.
future. As big as asses are getting now, I mean, you could be like that far into an ass crack. So there's plenty of swiping surgery room. I mean, you could make it happen.
We gotta talk to somebody.
That's what we're all about, man. We're idea guys.
There is room to lose it though.
Cameron
in there.
Whitfield says Cyberpunk 2077.
Hell yeah!
I don't know
Cameron.
what
I don't know what that
cyber.
means.
I've seen the word cyberpunk a lot. I don't know what it means exactly.
I
don't either.
I don't know what it means, but I always feel it once I see it.
Yeah, when you see it, it's like
It's a fun word to look at.
Yeah, another one, steampunk. I don't know what that is, but I like looking at the word.
Yeah, I don't like Steam as much as I like cyber.
I feel like Steam's way hotter.
Wait, cyberpunk or cyber sex? Definitely cyber sex. That's an easy one.
No, what? No, I would. It depends on what kind of cyber sex you mean. Like, if you mean like, what are you wearing? And then she's like, I'm wearing, like, I don't want that. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
True.
That's like 2001 AOL days.
Yeah,
you guys are too young to even appreciate that.
Hey, man, when I was 11, I was getting all kinds of internet poontang.
What was around? How old are you now?
I'm 30.
Okay. Well, I'm 40. So, yeah.
I got my uncle permanently banned off his AOL account. I think he hated me.
That's a true story.
Yeah, I got him permanently banned off AOL forever because I just the chat room
verbally assault people.
Yes.
Well, and other things
and verbally assault people, but mostly that. Yeah, it was too much fun.
Like threaten people, tell them their own addresses and shit.
Well, yeah. I wasn't. I could barely turn the damn thing on, so I was just talking some shit. Mostly
okay.
Shit.
Yeah. I've gotten a few creepy emails over the years where people are just like, "Hey, Mike Baldwin at 3801," and I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Like I have no idea who you are. And this guy's like telling me he knows who I am. He's like, "Send me $1,000 or whatever," and I'm just like, "Nope."
Sorry, dude. You can come to my house and kill me in my sleep before I give you $1,000.
Like I don't even have $100.
Yeah. Spend it all on weed and gas for going over the road. He's like, yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yep, that's where it goes. And cigarettes.
Yeah.
But I buy the good cigarettes though. They last twice as long, but they don't cost twice as much. So they're just the smart cigarette.
You ever seen one of these sons of bitches before?
Yeah, it's a stapler.
Well, sort of.
It's the staple of his smoking.
You make cigarettes with it. You put the tobacco in here.
Yeah, I had a big crank thing that you fucking crank turned I spent like $200 buying roll my own cigarette shit and rolled like 3 and was just like, nope, I'm gonna just buy a pack.
You were trying to save money.
I invested because I was like, this is going to be the smart move here. I bought different boxes of filters and stuff to like try to find the one that made it feel and taste correctly. And no, none of them. They would either make me sweat and give me headaches and shit, or I would be like, I can't even feel anything. Like I can't tell that I'm smoking this. It's got to be the perfect amount of.
Yeah, it's that ratio. You gotta have
feel it.
It's almost like American Spirit got the ratio figured out.
Well, I mean, any other color of American Spirit is terrible, in my opinion.
It's weird, isn't it?
It really is.
You gotta have the right color on your pack.
Yup.
Yup.
What else? Man, I've been on.
We're not going to be live at the little gay bar.
I've been on grandma duty for the last like 6 months or something. Really, for the last like 2 years. So yeah,
So
that's
how's
what I've
that?
been doing. I
How's
have no interesting stories or anything because they're all just grandma related, you know.
Well, I've got an interesting story. I'm gonna have to kind of fudge it up a little bit, but
Change the names for the sake of
yeah.
the innocent.
Long story short,
Dude, can I play?
a 94-year-old great grandmother and a 2-year-old got into some marijuana cookies together by total accident, and so like 3 or 4 generations apart, getting stoned on cookies together.
Did either one of them?
It was
Obviously,
pretty
the 2-year-old
magical.
didn't. Did the grandma know what happened, or did she just feel
Man,
extra good for a little while? God damn it, you guys!
I don't
This
I
isn't
don't
the
think the
time.
Yeah, come on.
You're frozen. Are you frozen? What's going on?
We're not. We're back. Can you see us again?
What? Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
So what? Answer my
Hello,
question.
hello.
Did the grandma, was she like, what the fuck? You gave me pot, or was she just like, I feel extra good today?
You know what? I think when you're in your 90s, you're so old and your body's stiff that she probably was just like, "Wow, I'm not that sore right now." You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
unfortunately, I wasn't there to get to witness any of it. It was just something that I heard and was a little upset about at the time. But things happen.
So it could have just been a complete lie, is what you're saying.
No, it really happened. All my brownies
Okay.
were gone.
Yeah,
They were
exactly.
definitely gone when I got back.
But somebody had to tell you this story, and it probably wasn't the 2-year-old, and it probably wasn't the grandma. So I think that the person who told you this story stole your fucking brownies from you.
You know what? I like the way you think. It's not what happened, but I like the way you think.
I think that that's what happened.
All right, man. Anyway, so
Mike,
here's something that really did happen.
we took a poll, Mike.
Oh,
We took
shit.
a poll.
We went around and we took this. And out of the 500 women that you slept with, 70 had babies. How do you deal with that? And do you have to maintain communication with all of them?
No, none of them have reached out to me yet. But I'm looking forward to the day that one of them does. I can't wait to meet my boy.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, you'll meet about probably at least, I don't know, 35 of them.
Maybe 35.
I would like to hope that there's one out there. I think that would be exciting. It would. I would feel sad that I missed all their life and stuff, but I'd be like, all right, so you smoke weed yet?
Or
And
better
I'd be
yet,
like, that
all of them
bad.
are like aspiring comedians.
or you're like, you got any extra money to buy daddy a pack of cigarettes?
You can borrow money from them.
Buy daddy a pack of cigarettes with that allowance.
I would only reach out to the ones that had careers that were beneficial to me.
Yeah, successful people.
I'm like, wait, that's my son that works at the smoke shop? Hey, buddy, it's your daddy.
That's completely understandable, too. I'd be the same damn way.
So here's a question. Have you basically just done your own thing, or have you ever worked under a management company or?
Yeah, I had a manager for a couple of years, but they stopped being a management company and they were just like, hey, we're not going to do this anymore. And I was like, oh, okay.
Cool.
At first I was like they're just lying to me, like they're firing me, but then I talked to all the other guys that worked under them and they were like, what the fuck, man? None of us have managers anymore. But yeah, no, it was cool for a while. But yeah, no. But of the 20 years that I've done comedy, 18 of them I've been managerless. So if anybody watching wants to manage a comedian, I know a guy.
You are looking.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We're trying to find new producers for our podcast. So if there's
I
any
think
producers out there watching as well,
don't fire the screen guy. Whoever's on this screen is killing it. Man, I really slacking with
yeah, I know they're great.
with the
They're
retort
great.
there,
We
screen
love
guy.
them. We're just kidding.
All right. So what else? Keep them coming. Let's go.
All right. We got more.
All right,
Screen
Mike.
guy.
Emotions can be hard to control. Emotions can be hard to control, but not as hard to control as your facial expressions while you're having an orgasm. Can you show us what you think your facial expression looks like during an orgasm versus what it actually looks like?
I feel like it looks like this.
It's amazing. All right, what's it actually look like?
It probably looks more like this.
Yes. Oh, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Nail it. Screenshot that for a meme, everybody. If mine personally, if I had to think what I think I look like, it's probably like a.
And
versus what I actually look like is more like a.
I feel like what you actually look like is probably better than what you think you look like.
Yeah, might be.
So good job
Thank
on that.
God.
You nailed it.
Oh, Mike, when you hear the phrase Pablo Escobar had great pickup lines, what does that mean to you? How do you personally interpret that?
I'm not 100% sure who Pablo Escobar is.
He's like a huge coke dealer from like Cuba or something.
Yeah.
South America. Let's just say Central America.
And what did he do?
Sell coke.
He sold coke.
No, in this scenario,
okay.
I mean.
No.
When you hear the phrase Pablo Escobar had great pickup lines, what does that mean to you? How do you personally interpret that, knowing who he is now?
I would assume that would be the ideal pickup line to a coke chick, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Just like, hey, you want to see my pickup line?
Yeah.
Exactly.
A guy's got to do what he's got to do to, get his rocks off.
Well, and she needs a pick-me-up, so it's perfect. It all works.
It does.
Yeah, no pills, no powders since like 2003 or something ridiculous like that.
No, that's probably a good thing. It's probably a good
thing.
It
is. I have no doubt that it's worked out better than it has sucked, There's definitely been a few nights where just like a smoking hot girl's like, we're gonna go do a bunch of blow. You want to come? And I'm like, no, I shouldn't. Because then I'm gonna
pretend, you just blow it instead of snort it, and then you're getting laid.
No, it's not. Because if I'm in the situation, then I would want it, and I don't want to want it. Like I still haven't drank booze in whatever it is, 6 or something years now, but I quit smoking weed for a couple of years also, and I was sitting on the couch next to my friend, and he just had a bowl in his hand, and he goes, "Eh?" And that was all it took for me to break my sobriety. And I still, to this day, I'm like, you egged me into it, dude. And he was like, I did nothing. I just held it up and said, But yeah, no, I'm very easily addicted to things. So I like to just avoid them.
Yeah, addictions are really easy to freaking get. Like this one addiction I have is
Yeah, he's definitely definitely.
That was perfect timing because I had to text my friend back. Excellent timing.
That's why I did it. That's why I did it. I knew you had to text that friend back.
His timing is it's crazy. It's uncanny.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, what else?
Too.
What else? You're about to find out.
All right, Mike. If you took a rough guesstimation, how much weight in pubic hair would you say you've shaved off your genitalia?
Shaved?
No.
0?
How much weight? I mean, like probably.
How much
not
weight
even,
in pubic hair?
How much would a trash bag of pubic hair weigh? Just to start the.
Probably 5 ounces.
So I would say 1.5 ounces.
Okay.
Because I don't think I've gotten
Okay.
anywhere
That's not a
near
bad number.
a trash bag full of pubes, but I've definitely had like a good poofy handful before, and I just take it and put it immediately in the trash can after I scoop it from the bottom of the dry bathtub. Because that's where I would stand to do it. I just do like half squat, so then it all just falls, somewhere that it's easier to clean up. So
Yeah, that's always important to think ahead on things.
Yeah, I don't think
I would guess mine about that.
Cool.
Yeah, my grandma asked me the other day when she's like, honey, when are you going to shave your beard? And I said, when it gets longer than my pubes, Grandma.
See, that's something that I wouldn't say to my grandmother.
Oh, my grandma's really cool.
I mean, my grandma's cool in her own way. My grandma's not, look at my pubes cool. I'm sorry to interrupt that.
No, you're good.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That was perfect.
That's what we like.
It's exactly what we like. Oh. All right,
this
Mike.
Is coffee, by the way, if anybody's wondering.
Looney Bin coffee.
Can you see it without me spilling it?
Yeah, hey, give me a little sip here. Don't leave me hanging, Mike.
Come on,
like that. I thought, dude, that would be awesome if you had a guy above you
just pouring the coffee,
pouring water right now.
We're gonna work on. Yeah, we're gonna work towards that. We're gonna.
That would be a neat thing, or to have like do you have a red lighter by any chance?
Oh, not on me. I got a.
What do you have that we both have?
Penises.
No, that doesn't count at all. I was gonna be like, here, dude, take my lighter, and then you have like your red lighter appear in the screen. But that's something we'll work on it for next time.
Yeah, it's next episode.
Yeah, that's the next episode.
We'll probably have you back on season 2. We'll have it all figured out.
Yeah, we are looking.
I think this was fine.
This was good enough.
What else? Keep it going. What?
Oh, Mike.
We just had somebody offer to bring us water, but it's not needed now.
No, way too late now. We're past it. I don't like doing things on command. I like doing things like
spur of the moment.
When I think it's funny. That was like my least favorite thing. Like I have 2 older sisters, and then I have my mom and dad, and so I would like say something, and my dad would laugh. And then my mom would walk in the room and be like, what happened? And my dad would be like, tell your mom. And I'd be like, no, like I did it. I did the thing naturally. I'm not going to recreate a moment for somebody that missed it. Anyway.
Yeah, you can't recreate magic anyway. That's not how it works.
No,
magic, you say?
Yeah, it's magic, man. It's really magic. Oh, shit.
Whoa. I got to get in the camera.
What?
Here.
Wait. You got somebody off camera holding that coin for you? Okay. What?
No way.
Okay.
That coin seems out of hand.
Hey, that was on brand. That was on brand.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Thanks. It's the only magic trick I know.
Yeah, but that right there will get you laid a lot. Especially
feel
for
like-
a woman who's not looking for a lot in a guy. I mean that.
A woman with low expectations would dig
I
that.
like your guys' opinions of what chicks like.
Yeah.
You're like, sick beard, bro. Chicks must love the magic. I'm like, all right.
Oh, they do. Trust me. We took a poll of those 500 women. They didn't have nothing bad to say.
They did not have anything bad to say.
No,
wasn't like, "Oh,
I'm
sticks
very
to-"
forgetful.
Well, that is one thing some of them said. That is one. They definitely.
A lot of them were probably like, wait, who?
Right.
The bald one.
Alex
I
or
never
Steven?
slept. I never slept with the bald one. I was trying to make sure they had hair.
Yeah, speaking of Baldwin, I've made this observation before, but the opposite of Baldwin is hair loss. What does that mean?
Actually, I think you walked up to me and told me that when I was
Yeah, I
selling
sure did.
when I was selling T-shirts after a show.
It felt
And
right.
you're like, I'm not gonna get a shirt, but I thought you should know this.
I'll kick down some wisdom.
Yep.
I actually, dude, from the bottom of my heart, I wanted to buy a shirt, but all I had was my credit card.
Yeah.
Oh,
Before
yeah.
this next
Well,
question, I got to say, when you was on stage and you hit that bald joke, that was amazing.
Yeah,
What
bald
was
joke
the
was great.
what did I say?
You
Yeah,
were
just-
like, you were on a roll, right? You're on a roll, and then you just stop and you just kind of look down and start scratching your head for like a minute and a half. And you're like, I think I'm getting a bald spot. And I was
yeah.
crying at my table. I was
Yeah, I'm
crying
starting
at my
It was-
table.
It was amazing.
It definitely wasn't a minute
Start.
and a half. It was probably like 3 seconds. But yes.
No, it was a good solid minute. It was 2 minutes.
You need
No, it
Rogan.
wasn't.
Rogaine.
Rogaine.
Nah.
No, I've tried it. It doesn't work. It's all horse shit.
It is all horseshit, dude. I'm getting a bald
This is-
spot now, and it's really
This-
affecting my mullet.
This is my weed pipe, by the way. I just like to point out that it's only weed. That it looks like a crack pipe.
Because it looks a lot like crack. Yeah.
We believe you. We believe
I'm
you.
not.
The
I'm
marketing.
not Hunter Biden over here.
Oh, come on now. We don't do pedophilia or political jokes, so and we don't want to offend
Okay.
any Biden supporters.
Because they are out of hand. I got to do that every chance I get. I got to do it.
Do you?
No, I don't, but I like to. I like to.
Well, if nothing
All right.
else, I now feel inspired to trim my beard.
Oh, please don't. Please
See,
don't.
it's
Now you
never
want-
it's never beautiful women that say no. Please keep growing it out. It's always hairball dudes with no shirt and suspenders, being like, "Dude, that's sick."
I mean, it takes all kinds. It takes all kinds,
Yeah.
Mike.
It really does. I bought a comb though for the first time. Obviously, I haven't needed a comb up here in forever. So when I started growing this, I finally got to the point that I was like, you know what I need? I need to straighten this puppy out a little bit.
The cashier's like, "What do you?" Oh, the beard.
Right?
Dude, it's looking good. I'm just
Thanks,
gonna
man.
say. It's already past that annoying stage too, because there goes past. There's a stage when it starts out that it's just really hard to get through.
Yes, especially around right here, because they get to the perfect length that they stab against your lip. Then you got to grow them past that point where they just roll around it.
Right.
Mhm.
So,
Exactly.
for those,
I-
I'm sorry for, I like how you avoid 50% of your audience getting upset by avoiding politics, but you don't avoid alienating 98% of your audience by let's just focus on beards right now.
Hey man, beard love is on the rise.
It is.
Yeah, well, to some people.
Yeah.
It's gonna catch
To
on.
5% of our viewers.
It's
You have-
gonna catch on. Like it's a new thing.
Yeah.
This is like beards are like the one thing that people have had for the last 10,000 years, and we're like, no, it's gonna get cool again. I promise.
Yeah, it's getting ready to catch on.
The little gay bar. You know what? Fine. We're doing the
Fine,
show.
we'll do the gay bar.
We'll do the show.
Jesus.
At 10:30 a.m. That's fine.
Oh, Mike, there's a question I got for you because I've been wondering about it.
Oh man. Okay.
All right. I'm just wondering if you've ever met a girl that was so hot that you was actually able to respect her music legitimately.
Like her taste in music.
Oh. I've never connected the two. Does that make sense? Like I've never the music that someone likes, I've never cared that much. Does that make sense? Like like a girl wouldn't gain well, I take that back. A girl could gain points by liking music that I like, but I don't think she would lose points for I don't know.
Music that you
like I don't necessarily like country music, but I would still go sit on a lawn somewhere and watch some big popular country artist play just because concerts are cool, you know? And it would be fun to like do a thing with a hot chick. I wouldn't be like, "No, even though you're hot, I'm sorry, but this music, like it's like food. Music is like food. Like you have that shit that you're like, no, man, this is what you got to eat, and other people are like, well, no, this is what you have to eat, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like it's everybody just has their own thing, and every once in a while, I'm like, fine, I'll try it, and then I try it and I like it.
Yeah.
There's Mike Baldwin hates country music.
This I didn't say I hated it. I just said I'd slightly dislike it.
Stop country music hate. So what music do you listen to?
Just nerd shit. I like I liked Insane Clown Posse when I was in high school, and then I went into a Beatles phase for a little while. Because for all through high school, I was just like, fuck the Beatles, fuck old shit. And then I was on a road trip somewhere with a friend of mine, and she played the White Album, and I was just like, oh, the Beatles sing this song? Like, I know this song. And then the next song, I was like, oh, fuck, this is a good song, too. Like, I didn't know the Beatles did all this.
Yeah.
And so then I had like a couple of years where I was into the Beatles, and then that some college age dude when I was college age. I never went to college, but I went to like colleges a lot and did like all of the social activities. I just never got in classes or anything. But so then during the college years, I got into Dave Matthews and shit. And then then what else? I don't know. Like do you know who Regina Spektor is? I was super into Regina Spektor for a couple of years.
I've heard the name.
She's just like a Russian chick. She plays the piano and sings, and she had like, this was back in the, do you know what Kazaa was? Remember Kazaa? Or like LimeWire and shit? Did you ever?
Yes, yeah, like all Napster, right. All that shit.
Napster, yeah, like that kind of stuff. So she had like, and this is shitty of the people, but people would like go into her shows and like coffee houses and stuff and bootleg them, like record them, and then they would put it up on LimeWire. So I had like 5 albums of hers that were not like real albums. They were just her singing in a bar, and they were so fucking good. And then when iPhone, iTunes, and all that shit went together, then they just erased all of my bootleg shit. So yeah, it was heartbreaking. And then I got like her normal albums, and I was just like, this is not the Regina Spektor that I know. But anyway.
Oh my gosh, that happens to me. Like whenever I find like a new talent that's not recorded yet, you know, they just have like live recordings, and then they put out an album, and it's like, this isn't the same thing.
Yeah, but and you could compare that to the shitty Netflix specials that you watch. Like, I
Yeah.
bet a lot of those people, if you saw them live, you would be like, no, they were pretty funny, dude. But when you see like that, they have like when you shoot a special, if you're lucky, then you get like several shows, you know. But a lot of those Netflix specials are just like fucking go up and do it, man, and you get like this is your Netflix special. So
Yeah.
like if a joke doesn't go over or whatever, like you can maybe cut it out, but you can't like be like, all right, cut, let's do that one again and sell it the same to the audience, you know? Like
Yeah.
the
Well, and you can,
ideally, if I was to do a special, I would want to record like 7 shows, you know, and just wear the same clothes every show and get close enough that you couldn't tell that the audiences were different
right.
and then you could pick and choose and shit. But yeah, I don't know, you know, like whatever thing you were saying before that, I forgot now.
I used to be, well, I still am a big fan of the Beatles and Dave Matthews, actually. I'm like one of the only 3 people I know that listens to Dave Matthews. But
Did you ever see him in concert?
one time Jake rode with me, and apparently it was new songs that I'd never heard before.
Oh man. Dude, this is one of the reasons why I ended up quitting drinking. Like my girlfriend at the time and I went to Dave Matthews in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We drove like 4 hours from Kansas City. And then the show started at 7, or I'm sorry, the show started at 8. So we get there at like 7. We sit in the parking lot. The like drinks inside were super expensive. So we had this perfect plan to like, we'll just get drunk before we go in. And then so we sit in the car from 7 until like 7:45, just chugging fucking vodka. I puked like 5 minutes later. I'm just drunk as fuck. We get inside. Turns out the show started at 7, so we missed a fucking hour of it. I just drunkenly got to see like one song. I barely even remember it. And then we left. And then we spent like 4 hours trying to find the parking lot that we parked our car in, and we finally did.
That's crazy because my Dave Matthews experience was really lame too. Remember, we didn't have any weed.
People that hate Dave Matthews are like, yeah, no shit, it was.
Yeah, we couldn't find any weed. We got there halfway through the show. It was kind of a washout. But the
What's the
Beatles.
what's your best concert experience?
Well, I've only been to a handful of concerts, but I'm really big into Tyler Childers. And there was this weird thing that happened, and we went to Natchez, Mississippi to see Tyler Childers. And have you ever heard of Theo Vaughn?
Yeah.
Okay, so I started listening to his podcast, and then we go down to, and hadn't really heard much of Theo Vaughn, but we go down to Natchez, Mississippi to the Bishop Gun Crawfish Boil, and that's where Tyler Childers is playing, and we're like super stoked. And Bishop Gun is a band that put this whole event on. It's a big event. It was really awesome. We'll come to find out later, listening to Theo's podcast, and he's talking about how he has a nephew in a band called Bishop Gun, and he used to live in Natchez, Mississippi. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I'd never heard of this place. And all of a sudden I'm there in this. And I mean, it was really cool. But it rained throughout the show, and everybody was still like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. Everybody knew the words to the songs and shit. It was a cool experience.
Nice.
But what was I like to ask people this, and oddly enough, sometimes it's their experiences with us. But what's your like whenever you think about the best like show you've had or the most fun you've had at a show, your own like doing comedy. What sticks out in your mind?
I mean, usually when people say like, what was the best show that you ever had, then I always just think of like the biggest shows that I've ever done,
Yeah.
which were all during the Seattle comedy competition and the San Francisco comedy competition. Like both of those are run by the same dudes. So like, they're both set up the same way. The first week you're doing like shitty bars and like comedy clubs and stuff. And then if you make it to the semifinals, then you get to do like little like 400 seat theaters and cool shit like like college auditorium type shit. And then when you make it to the finals, then you get to do like 2,000 seat theaters, and they fucking sell them out, and they're just awesome. And yeah, dude, saying like a joke that you have said to like audiences of 10 before, and seeing like an audience of 10 or 20 laugh at these jokes is like, that's a good feeling. And then just multiply it by whatever. That's how it feels when you see 2,000 people laughing at one thing that you said. Yeah, those are always awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've had plenty of shows where I'm just like, fuck yeah, that was awesome.
Right.
I bet it's hard to sleep after a show like that, huh? You get winded down after that much energy is flowing through you.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a 5-hour comedy adrenaline window that, but that's true after almost any show, even if it's other than like shitty shows. A shitty show, I can go to sleep right after a shitty show because it takes all of your energy out of you, you know. But
we've been really lucky. We've never really had a shitty show except for one where and the only reason why it was shitty, it wasn't because of our performance. It was because like they were waiting. You know who Preston Lacey is? He's the big
I do not.
Well, anyway,
I'm still listening. Go ahead.
One of the guys from Jackass was supposed to show up, so they were putting the show off until he got there. He never showed up.
Oh yeah, Preston.
Yeah. So anyway,
I know. The big guy.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool dude, but he didn't show up. So by the time we got on stage, the crowd was like super drunk. Everybody was talking amongst themselves. So that was like the only show where it was like, oh, these people aren't into it. We always have these like, a handful of people that get pissed off at us. You know what I mean? Like they don't, because they're offended by our material or something, but.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want any actual genuine advice or not, but you have to skate that line enough that whatever venue you're working at doesn't get any complaints. Like I know it feels good to make 75% of the audience laugh, but it's going to hurt you in the long run to have 25% of the audience say, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Like it's always been said, the way it's been said to me is like there's 1,000 of us as far as comedians go. Like these places can book anybody, and we're all equally funny, more or less, to the generic audiences in the booker's mind, So if they're gonna book a guy that pisses off nobody all week, they get no complaints, they're going to book that guy 1,000 times before they're going to book a guy that, a couple people complain and walk out, but fuck them, like they, but do whatever you want and have fun.
Well, that's why we stay away from politics, because, I feel like anybody that does politics is just asking for that door to open to, either half or a majority of the crowd not liking it, or, we stay away from politics.
Yeah, we do. In fact, what we mostly do is
don't do it.
Oh man, I was getting into it.
Yeah, he's a guitar master for sure.
That's how I speak.
So I don't think you've ever got the pleasure of hearing any of our material. It's actually kind of you agreed to this.
That's part of it, huh? All right.
Like, fuck, guys, actually, I gotta go.
You're like, my grandma.
Play me a song. I'm listening.
All right, so this song is about the original MILF, Mother Nature. So it's called Vines in the Meadow. There's some pussy waiting down below, and I can see nipples in the ripples, and I'm about to blow my load. oh, 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 oh. I'm about to blow my load. Oh, 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 oh. I look at the bluff, it's shaped like a muff, and I'm about to climb up, thinking this big rock needs some good cock. I hope it likes it rough. We'll need lubrication for this situation, 'cause I don't want the rock to chafe. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, I don't want the rock to chafe. Hey, 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 hey. I'm looking at this field, thinking about the yield of all the pussy this field will grow. When I finger the dirt, I make it squirt and cause an earthquake down below. I make the trees get on their knees, and they blow me like the breeze. He's. Yeah, they blow me like the breeze. When I walk through the meadow, I get a peep show. There's always titties hanging off the vines. Look at the water, start getting harder. I got a three-way on my mind, but there was some confusion. I got a contusion, and I couldn't fuck for a while. Yeah, I couldn't fuck for a while. Solo. Don't fuck it up. Oh yeah, this is a good part here. But while I was healing, I got to feeling like everything would be fine. 'Cause while I was resting, I got to thinking about the titties hanging off the vines. So I got up and put my clothes on and headed off for a good time. To grab the titties hanging off the vines. Thought everything would be fine. But on the way there, I got sidetracked. I made a very grave mistake. 'Cause while I was walking, I got to gawking at the pussy willow by the lake. And while I was in her, I got splinters, and it was more than I could take. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, the pussy willow by the lake. Hey, 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 hey. I created revolution in my delusion to grab the titties hanging off the vines. And in conclusion, this was all an illusion. But man, the titties sure look fine. Yeah, the titties hanging off the vines. Mike Baldwin, sing along this time. A little latency that time. Yeah, the titties hanging off the vines. And the pussy willow by the lake. Hey, 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 hey. It was a very great mistake. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah. Now you know why we know what the ladies want.
That was beautiful, you guys.
Thank you. And I don't know why, I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but it looks like I'm wearing like makeup and shit. I'm really not.
He is.
You look fantastic.
But yeah, man, so yeah, it's been this is now officially our longest podcast episode. Granted, it's only the 4th, but I'm sure our producers like got to take shits or eat or something. So we're
I'm
probably
going to do both of those things at the same time.
That's the best way to do it. It's multitasking.
You could sit on it backwards
Oh.
like Cartman.
That was out of hand.
That was out of hand. We can't talk about defecating and digestating at the same time.
But you can talk about a superhero asshole.
Yeah. He's a villain. He's a super villain.
Oh, not a
Super
hero.
villain asshole. Yeah, he's not a hero.
Sorry, you guys.
Sorry,
Orifice Man.
Orifice.
No, it's not Orifice Man.
It could be Orifice Man. I mean, who knows? Oh, Lori Chapman says, "Good job, thanks, Lori."
Thank you, Lori.
But yeah,
thanks, Lori.
Yeah, Mike appreciates all your support. Yeah, guys, go check out Mike. You got any shows coming up?
No, I'm on grandma duty still. My grandma got a total knee replacement a few weeks back. So, yeah, she can't do stairs or drive or anything like that. She could drive before this. She's 90 and she was still like going to the grocery store by herself and doing that kind of shit. But then she got a knee replacement and now she's just 100% out of commission. But she's just now getting to the point that anyway, moral of the story, not till October.
Well, for the folks at home, if they don't know what a knee replacement is, it's where you have your old knee, they take that off and they replace it with a new one.
Dude, I watched a video of it online just to see, like, all right, let's see exactly what they're doing to this old lady. And dude, it looked like a carpenter or something. Just lots of hammering and drilling and sawing shit off, and yeah, it was terrible. And just the fact that she's 90, like, the incision in the skin alone would take me like weeks to heal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let alone all the shit that they do inside there. Like, it was brutal, man. But yeah, no, she's getting better. But yeah, I've got I'm doing side splitters in Tampa, Florida, like October something through something. Let me open up my own website here and I'll tell you.
Yeah, pitch your website, man.
MikeIsfunny.com.
Oh,
I'm at Side Splitters in Tampa, October 21st through the 24th. It's the new Side Splitters in Wesley Chapel, which is like outside of Tampa. It's like the let's say Overland Park of Tampa.
Okay.
If that makes sense to anybody who's watching in Kansas City. And then the week before that, I'm in Fort Myers, Florida, at another place.
Awesome. Well, man, we hope your grandma gets better. Give her
Me too.
The finger.
I'm on grandma duty for anywhere between tomorrow morning and 15 years from now.
Well, we hope that works out well for you, man.
Me too, dude. Thanks, you guys. I had fun doing this. It was your good little show you got, and I'm impressed by all the shit on the screen. Yeah, even though I didn't. I feel like when I said that my website is MikeIsfunny.com, that we should have got a little MikeIsfunny.com scrolling by, but it's not my show.
You did. Actually, you did.
You literally did. That. You literally.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
sorry,
you were looking down.
I shit on like the thing that really happened. I'm sorry. Sorry, screen guy. I hope you accept my apology.
We're gonna keep them, at least for now. We're gonna keep them.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
That one sounded good right there.
So anyway, man, I think we're gonna walk this out, and we enjoyed having you on. I really appreciate you doing this on such short notice. It was great.
Yeah, you literally asked me yesterday.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and you saved the day and made for a great episode. So
we'll let these people be the judge of that. I'm not one to toot my own horn.
Well, I'll toot the fuck out of your horn, okay?
Yeah, buddy.
That's not how I mean. That was out of hand. Sorry.
No, you meant it. All right. It's probably enough.
That's really good. All right, man. Well, you have a good
All right.
night, and hope your grandma gets better soon.
What do I do? Do I just turn off my iPad?
They'll kick you out.
Yeah, they'll kick you out.
Get this guy out of our fucking podcast.
Get him out of here.
No,
God.
don't. Ah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, it is. Let's
Oh,
get
here we
this
are.
screen fixed.
Let's
All right.
walk it out.
Fucking podcast, yeah, you fucking listen to it. Fucking podcast, yeah, you fucking did it right. Fucking podcast, yeah, you fucking listen to it. Fucking podcast, yeah, we're still here behind the scenes.